channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping by and taking a look. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Today's video is for the Lip Smacking Nails monthly collaboration. And this is for chronic illness. Everybody's, family has illnesses that run through them. And we all have to deal with, heart disease, diabetes, mental illness sometimes. But right now in my family, we're dealing with a relative that has dementia. So it's kind of hit a little hard. This person has been independent their whole life and has taken care of so many people. And it's hard for her to understand why this is happening to her, and she just feels that it's unfair, and it's heartbreaking to see her decline. And it's been pretty swift within the last couple of years. She's declined pretty quickly, that we've noticed, and it's come to the point now that unfortunately she can't be on her own. So we've had to make some tough decisions to help her out. And, that's something else that's very difficult, making decisions for an adult, and trying to do what's right for them and make sure they get the care they need and, they don't get hurt and they stay safe and they live, a happy life, what's remaining of their life anyway. Because, when you hit almost 90 years old, you don't know how much of your life is left. It could be years, could be months, you just don't know. So this is where I am right now, and I'm going to do a Dementia Awareness set. And sorry, I was just trying to put some water into this brush here. And I know it's like a watercolor brush, but it's really good to do these watercolor decals with. So just to get some water on the back of the stamper. And the forget-me-not is one of the symbols of dementia and Alzheimer's. So it's the butterfly, because they're wrapped in like a cocoon of forgetfulness or remembrance. They have their good days and their bad days. I know she does. Sometimes she can remember things. And it's been pretty good. She remembers people, which is nice. She hasn't forgotten anybody. She does, on occasion, forget people's names. But then she remembers. So we're blessed with that so far. She doesn't always know where she is or what day it is. Or, and like you could tell her something. Say, for instance, my kids live across the country, and then, she'll ask me, well, are they still in Pennsylvania? And I'll be like, no, they don't live in Pennsylvania anymore. So, it's things like that. Just, it gets repetitive, And then she's like, oh, okay, yeah, you said that. Oh, okay, I remember that now. But then 5 minutes later, she'll ask the same question. So, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to watch somebody, break down like that. But unfortunately, I guess, it's part of life when your family members are getting older. You always think about that day. You watch your parents go through it, and now it's like your turn to go through it. So I lost both of my parents, one to heart disease, and the other one, my mom, I lost. She went and had a surgery, and she just never recovered. She never came out of the anesthesia. So that's how she died. And my dad died from congestive heart failure. So you know, it's sad. It's sad to see people, you know, deteriorate. But like I said, she does have her good days. And those are the days that we treasure. And, you know, when she's with her great nieces, she just glows. She absolutely glows. So it's always nice to see her with them. Okay, so I have some forget-me-nots on here. And now we're going to stamp some butterflies and we're going to chrome them. That's not what I wanted. I also had an uncle who got dementia. A lot worse than, he's a lot worse. Well, he was a lot worse than my aunt is right now. So we're not sure if it's a hereditary thing or if it's just, you know, they're old. Like I said, you know, she's almost 90. And I think he was 90. Or in his 90s when he passed. So I guess if, you know, if you have to get dementia, or not if you have to get it, but if you get it, I guess it's kind of better that you get it when you're older. Ooh, look at that. That's got sticky. That's super sticky. That stamper came right out. That's one of my really sticky ones. Let's put that one aside. That's an old stamper. That's what happens when they get old. They get super sticky like that. All right, and let's see. I wanted to do another one with butterflies. I wanted to do a ribbon with butterflies. I didn't pick up the plate. These plates don't have backings, so they're really hard to pick up sometimes. And I thought it was odd. There's just a lot of chronic illnesses with the color purple. I don't know why they choose that color. It seems to be a common theme, though. And one more stamp. Oh, I forgot what I was going to. This one, okay. Let your light shine. I think it's very appropriate. I do have to say that she has kept her sense of humor, which is nice. And she does like to joke around still. She's kept her stubborn streak, which is also kind of funny. All right, I'm going to cure these. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this really pretty purple chrome that I'm going to use to chrome the nails with. Get a brush and brush it off real quick. And then I'm going to top coat it and we'll be right back. This is my completed set for the Lip Smacking Nails Discord monthly collaboration for chronic illness. I did a simple dementia set because I just felt like something as simple as forgetting things could lead to a much bigger issue if you're not aware of what's happening. So you know, if you do suspect somebody of having dementia, you should make sure they get checked out by a doctor, because it's always a concern. And I did this with glow-in-the-dark polishes just to represent that even in the darkness, there are still sparks of light, because they do have good moments where they are present and they can, you know, participate in their lives. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked my video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And check out all the other lip smacking nails channels sets, because some people did some amazing videos. They're just, some of them are heartbreaking and encouraging and just will feed your soul. So please don't forget to check them out. And again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you in the next one.